Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a new manga series that I was chomping at the bit to read, Monster Wrestling. Why? Because I'm a fan of Monster Girls and I'm a fan of wrestling. That's why. So our story starts out probably millions of years ago. I can't remember exactly, thousands of years ago. A demon lord summons some demons to basically take out the humans. The humans and the demons did not get along so well. Then eventually, we started getting human-demon hybrids, or demi-humans. And then a new craze starts up called Monster Wrestling. We meet a young girl named Tirol. I believe that's how you say it. She's a Cerberus. She is new to the Monster Wrestling scene. She's not doing so well in her Monster Wrestling training. She's not very confident in her training and her abilities as a wrestler. She hasn't been doing it that long. We get some backstory where Tirol was picked up by the squid monster girl named Kayla. She's an octopus, I believe she is. I think she's an octopus. She gets picked up. She was a runaway. And she starts training under Kayla and her monster organization called Beliza. And after their training one day, they go out and about and they run into the WME organization's top star who wants Kayla to basically join their wrestling league or organization, basically. And she's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to join. And she gets attacked and hurt. And then our young Cerberus goes apeshit and nearly she basically attacks the rival monster girl, and the monster girl challenges her to a match. And then we get our first match, which is very, very interesting. Tirol doesn't do very well in her first match, not until they tell her that Kayla died. But there's a catch. So Tirol's powers are tied to her emotions, to when her, like, if a friend of hers is injured or is hurt, she like, her power just surges and she just gets like superpowers, basically. She can't really control it too well towards the beginning because she gets upset because they tell her that Kayla died from her injuries, but that's a lie. They didn't. They basically played a joke on her, telling her, hey, she died, but in reality she didn't. Basically to help her throughout the match, because they figured out that her emotions are tied to her powers. And which is pretty interesting. She loses her first match, basically. If I remember correctly, I think she gets disqualified. There's a lot of wrestling terminology in this book, which is pretty interesting. Then after that, we move on to our training, where she starts training for basically another match, which is really interesting, with the different organization that she fought previously. Well, a different monster in that organization. Basically kind of challenges through a match. And she starts training, and that's where our story kind of ends at the beginning of this, or at the end of this book, is she starts to train. And they start to learn more about her abilities, which are pretty interesting. This series is not for everybody. It's very, very sexualized. And a lot of the characters are very over-sexualized. And but one thing is pretty cool: the action, the wrestling itself is awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed all the characters in this book. I mean, they're all great. They all have their own motivations and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're a fan of Monster Girls, check this book out. You will not be disappointed. I was thoroughly not disappointed with this book. I really, really enjoyed it. If this book is not for you, this book is not for you. I mean, Monster Girls are a very niche have a niche audience, very niche, and wrestling does too. But one thing I thought was really funny was in the back we get a cameo from Mia and Centaurea from Monster Musume, which is pretty freaking hilarious. But yeah, if you're a fan of wrestling, if you're a fan of Monster Girls, check this out. It's a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. The artwork is amazing. I love the artwork. I love the characters. Each character is just fun. They're funny. Like I found myself laughing out loud, like when they would like talk to each other. Basically, was really funny and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up this review or first impression. I'm Otaku Mike. Go check out Monster Wrestling. I can't highly recommend this enough. It's a lot of fun. But I will warn you, it gets pretty ecchi. The whole book is ecchi. If that's not your cup of tea, that is totally cool. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. If you like what I did, subscribe. Subscribing always helps. Like the video, comment below. Have you read Monster Wrestling? Do you want to read Monster Wrestling? Comment down below. Are you a fan of Monster Girls? Let's talk about Monster Wrestling. It's a fun read, and I can't highly recommend it enough. It was published by Yin Press. I guess I should say that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. This has been Otaku Mike for his manga first impressions on Monster Wrestling. I'll catch you later. Peace out.